What's up, people? It's your boy, I'm Christodon1, and I am back with another video. Now, everyone was talking about this last week. I kind of wanted to touch on it myself, but this was officially done yesterday night, Monday night, and it's official. Carmelo Anthony is signed to the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a non-guaranteed contract. Now, in Carmelo Anthony's YouTube channel, he basically described this decision as the perfect opportunity and the perfect place for him to start playing professional basketball. Now, a lot of people have selective amnesia, okay? And a lot of people seem to forget that when Carmelo Anthony was a member of the New York Knicks, he was still sort of in his prime, and the New York Knicks organization was talking about possible trade destinations. One of the trade destination scenarios was sending him to the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, Carmelo Anthony at that time kiboshed that notion, kiboshed that ideal. He did not want to join the Portland Trail Blazers. And even when he was bouncing around, as recent as last year, one of the trade rumors and trade opportunities where Carmelo Anthony could reside at and fall into was the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, fast forward to this year, well, free agency over the summer, no one was interested in Carmelo Anthony. Everyone had an opportunity to sign Carmelo Anthony, but no one was interested in Carmelo Anthony. Since Carmelo Anthony did the interview for First Take at ESPN describing what's taking place with this latest chapter of Carmelo Anthony, I feel like Carmelo, before I state this, Carmelo Anthony is a good guy. He's a good dude. He's a great teammate, but Carmelo Anthony has not come to grips to the next chapter of his professional basketball career. He's no longer the guy. He's no longer the guy where if you plug him in, the team has to coincide with Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony has to come to grips that he's not that guy no more. He can be a great role player. He's not a full-time starter. He can start in selective games, particularly when you have matchups that are very beneficial to you. But overall, he's not a full-time starter, okay? I think Carmelo Anthony finally realizes that, he's not that guy no more. And that's not a bad thing. He's still very talented. He can contribute to a lot of teams. There was one trade scenario where Carmelo Anthony could have signed with the Golden State Warriors a couple of years back. But he just did not like the fit because of what the Golden State Warriors organization was explaining to Carmelo Anthony, that he'll be just one of the guys coming off the bench. And Carmelo Anthony has a problem at that particular time of coming off the bench. And it kind of harmons me back to Allen Iverson when he was traded from the Philadelphia 76ers. He went to Memphis. One of the reasons why it did not work in Memphis was, Allen Iverson refused to believe that he's just another guy. He's just a role player. He had the mentality of he's a starting player. Teams have to fit around him, and he was way out of his prime, even at that time, and he just could not. He could not come to the grips of the next chapter of a lot of your professional basketball career. Okay. And that's why it did not work in Memphis. Okay. And that's what Carmelo Anthony was going to. Now, I feel like when he did that interview with First Take with Stephen A. Smith, and he laid all the cards on the table on why he's currently jobless in the NBA. He had, everyone would what he thought. I felt like that really helped Carmelo Anthony for the other organizations to understand where Carmelo Anthony's coming from. I also feel like that interview alone elevated Carmelo Anthony personally to really evaluate the Portland Trail Blazers. It may be the perfect solution. It may be the perfect fit. It may be the perfect team to Carmelo Anthony's eyes. But I outside of Carmelo Anthony's, eyes, this was the only opportunity for Carmelo Anthony. Okay, you know, he's good friends with LeBron James. LeBron James, even as last year, he needed veteran help. He needed veterans to fit in to help him elevate the Los Angeles Lakers. But even LeBron James could not get an interview. Couldn't get Carmelo Anthony to possibly join with the Los Angeles Lakers because the organization was not interested in Carmelo Anthony that way. There was a lot of organizations were interested in Carmelo Anthony as a role player, as a player that you could put him in on select packages, but they don't view Carmelo Anthony as the man. They don't view Carmelo Anthony as, another blue chipper, another star that you could put on your team. Those days are behind Carmelo Anthony. I feel like Carmelo Anthony can play another 5 to 6 years in the NBA if he comes to the conclusion, if he comes to the grips that, look, if I'm just an ordinary Joe coming off the bench, I could be very servable for a lot of NBA teams. Okay, so I feel like this is a good look for Carmelo Anthony. It's a non-guaranteed contract, meaning that the Portland Trail Blazers are not going to take any risks if this does not work. I feel like it will work if Carmelo Anthony comes to the conclusion that, look, I'm not a starter no more. I'm just one of the guys. I feel like Carmelo Anthony, if he comes off the bench, if they allow him to start a couple of days, sort of to feed his ego, and also if it's beneficial for the team for him to start a lot of games, I feel like this will truly work. But one of the reasons why he signed with the Portland Trail Blazers, not because of his relationships with CJ McCullough and Dame, but the Portland Trail Blazers and Carmelo Anthony, they're coming to this they're looking at this as a relationship, as a package. You do things for us, we'll do things for you type of situation. Okay, so that's what's going on with Carmelo Anthony. I hope this works out. And like I said at the beginning of the video, Carmelo Anthony is a good guy. He's a good dude, but Carmelo Anthony is still living in the past. He feels like, he could contribute to the team as a starter, as the man. And I feel like those days are behind due to Carmelo Anthony's age, and also the fact that the league has changed. It's not about ISO play no more. It's about incorporating team basketball. And that's what wins a lot of championships recently. That's why the Golden State Warriors won championships. That's the reason why the Toronto Raptors won the chip last year. Not because of individual play, but the team concept. Okay, everyone contributing, offense and defense. And I feel like ISO play is dead. I don't think it's going to rear its ugly head, anytime soon. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about. And guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's your boy, I'm Chris Adam 1, and I am out of here. Deuces.